Hello and welcome. You're watching NDTV 24/7. I'm Osama Shab. The suspension of 18 BJP MLAs in the Karnataka Assembly has been revoked following a meeting chaired by the Chief Minister with the Leader of Opposition and the Speaker in attendance. The MLAs, they were suspended on the 21st of March for disrespecting the Speaker during a protest over a honey trap row. The BJP MLAs had protested inside the Assembly, leading to their suspension. The BJP had requested revocation of the suspension, which was agreed upon during this meeting.
We've seen the BJP protest over this. We've seen them take delegation to meet the governor, submit a memorandum asking the governor to intervene. They called the suspension illegal. The speaker, of course, wasn't willing to budge up until today, where a meeting was fixed. He, of course, is headed towards a religious pilgrimage starting tomorrow towards Hajj, and before that, a meeting today being chaired under his leadership. The leader of the opposition, R. Ashok, the chief minister, the deputy chief minister, the law minister, all of them taking part. And finally, after requests that came in from the legislators and the leader of the opposition, they've decided to revoke the suspension of these 18 MLAs who had created quite a ruckus during that assembly session, where they had even torn papers and how the speaker explained it, disrespected his chair as well, apart from disrupting the activities in the house.
The Prime Minister, Narendra Modi, he chaired an NDA meeting and about 18 chief ministers and 18 deputy chief ministers belonging to all the 20 state governments ruled by the NDA participated in the day-long brainstorming session, which focused on good governance issues in the capital. The meeting, which was led by Prime Minister Modi, also saw the participation of BJP President JP Nadda, Defence Minister Rajnath Singh and the Home Minister Amit Shah. Forthcoming events like the first anniversary of NDA government, completion of a decade of International Yoga Day and 50th Loktantra Hatya Divas, which is the 50th anniversary of imposition of emergency, were also discussed in this meeting.
"18 chief ministers, 18 deputy chief ministers, all from the NDA ruled states for an all-day CM conclave chaired by Prime Minister Narendra Modi. This power-packed meeting was not just a display of the NDA allies' strength, but also focused on some key concerns, with good governance at its heart. Operation Sindoor, caste enumeration and the first anniversary of the Modi government in its third term figured as the key topics in this conclave. PM Modi addressed the CM conclave along with Union Home Minister Amit Shah and BJP National President JP Nadda. The meeting passed a resolution proposed by Shiv Sena leader and Maharashtra Deputy Chief Minister Eknath Shinde, praising the valor of the armed forces.
2 रेजुलेशन हो गए और इसमें ऑपरेशन सिंदूर में हमारे भारतीय जवान, आर्मी, नेवी, एयरफोर्स और हमारे भारत के यशस्वी प्रधानमंत्री नरेंद्र मोदी जी, इनका अभिनंदन किया है सभी लोगों ने, एनडीए के सरकार ने, कि ये ऑपरेशन सिंदूर कामयाब हो गया है.
Another issue that was brought up under discussion was that of Naxalism in Chhattisgarh.
छत्तीसगढ़ के मुख्यमंत्री ने कैसे नक्सलिज्म पर हम लोगों ने लड़ाई लड़ी है और किस तरीके से हम सफलता पा रहे हैं और हमें सफलता मिल रही है, सबके सामने उस विषय को रखा.
Chief ministers of 5 states including Bihar, Uttar Pradesh, Maharashtra, Chhattisgarh made key presentations on good governance models from their states.
ఆపరేషన్ సింధూర్ సక్సెస్ గురించి సంపూర్ణంగా మద్దతు పలుకుతూ ఒకటి ఆ రెజల్యూషన్ 2 కుల గణాంకాల మీద, క్యాస్ట్ ఎన్యూమరేషన్ మీద, దాని మీద కూడా ఎన్డీఏ కోసం మేమందరం మద్దతు.
The progress of the existing transformational schemes like Swachh Bharat, Ujjwala Yojana, Pradhan Mantri Awas Yojana and Jal Jeevan Mission was reviewed.
The other topics that were also covered were that of the International Yoga Day. This is something that the Prime Minister has always emphasized upon with the benefits of yoga, and also the 50th anniversary of the imposition of emergency. That is also something that has been touched upon. And most definitely the anniversary, the first anniversary of the Modi government completing its third term is also something that was celebrated and discussed upon.
With camera person Arun Negi, this is Tanushka Datta for NDTV.
The Chief of Defence Staff, General Anil Chauhan, visited India's Army's Northern Command at Udhampur, Jammu and Kashmir, and Western Command at Chandi Mandir military station in Haryana. He interacted with the Army commanders, Lieutenant General Prateek Sharma and Lieutenant General Manoj Kumar Katiyar, and the senior staff officers who were actively involved in the planning and execution of Operation Sindoor. He conducted a strategic review and operational assessment in the northern and western theatres during this visit.
Not routine meetings and visits by the Chief of Defence Staff. These were operational review meetings at the headquarters of both the Northern Command as well as the Western Army Command, as you rightly said, where not only is a review conducted on operations that have happened under Operation Sindoor, but remember, since Operation Sindoor is still not over yet, there is still a measure of work ahead, and therefore this is a kind of overview stock taking by the Chief of Defence Staff of not just the operational aspects of what has happened, getting a briefing on all of those matters, but also what lies ahead. India, remember, continues to be in a state of maximum operational alert, or a war alert if you like, and therefore there are many moving parts within the military that still need to be aligned for that kind of thing. It takes a huge number of resources. The Department of Military Affairs also comes into play, which is under the Chief of Defence Staff. There is also the challenge of bringing people who've been affected by the shelling in the line of control areas back to their villages. Rehabilitation in those forward areas is a huge challenge, even bigger than some of the other things that we've been discussing, and that also comes under the Chief of Defence Staff, under his mandate, and therefore getting a first-hand, first level of detailed review and briefing by both the Army commanders in the Northern Command, which is in Udhampur, and the Western Command, which is in Chandi Mandir, which is in Haryana, is crucial to what the next phases of Operation Sindoor, such as it is, will look like.
India's efforts to combat terrorism have received a boost with a US intel report exposing Pakistan's terror state plans. Here's a report.
We had a very warm, cordial, meaningful discussion with the Shura Council, led by its Deputy Speaker. Qatar has already expressed its anguish at the incidents that happened on 22nd April, wherein 26 lives were lost, and they had also expressed that they are against all forms of terrorism.
हमें बहुत अच्छा लग रहा है कि ये सारे दुनिया में भारत जो मांग कर रहा है कि जीरो टॉलरेंस अगेंस्ट टेररिज्म होना चाहिए, वो हर जगह पूरी दुनिया टेररिज्म और आतंकवाद के खिलाफ साथ खड़ी हुई है।
विक्टिम नहीं है पाकिस्तान एग्रेसर है। भारत तो चाहता ही नहीं है, मगर कंटिन्यूसली एक पड़ोसी मुल्क भारत में इंस्टेबिलिटी पैदा करना चाह रहा है, भारत में हिंदू मुस्लिम नफरतों को बढ़ाना चाह रहा है, और उन्हीं के पास से ये टेररिस्ट आते हैं।
Voices of delegates of India's anti-terror diplomacy. It's been nearly 20 days since India launched the decisive Operation Sindoor. A major offensive against Pakistan-based terror groups. While the military action may have paused, India's global anti-terror push continues, gathering strong momentum. The seventh and final all-party delegation, led by BJP MP Ravi Shankar Prasad, has now departed for the United Kingdom, France, Germany, Italy and Denmark to rally global support. And as India garners global support against state-sponsored terrorism, the neighbor stands increasingly isolated. A new US intelligence report lays bare Pakistan's twisted mindset. The report states that Pakistan views India as an existential threat, Pakistan's military puts continued cross-border skirmishes with neighbors as a top priority and is modernizing its nuclear arsenal with support from China to counter India's military capabilities. And it's not just India that's bearing the brunt of terrorism. The report also highlights that in 2024 alone, over 2,500 people were killed within Pakistan by terror groups operating from its own soil, and the nation is struggling to contain attacks by Tehreek-e-Taliban and Baloch militants. As India builds global consensus on zero tolerance to terror, Pakistan's doublespeak stands exposed. With the world finally taking notice, can Islamabad still deny the writing on the wall? Malavika Murli's report for NDTV. A massive row has erupted over MK Stallin's participation in the Niti Aayog meeting in Delhi. AIADMK has accused the DMK and the MK Stalin, saying that he attended the meet over TASMAC. The Tamil Nadu Chief Minister has hit out at AIADMK leaders. MK Stalin said that this wasn't a secret meeting and the meeting was for national interest.
Chief Minister MK Stalin had avoided attending the earlier Niti Aayog meeting. Now, with just 1 year away for elections in Tamil Nadu, every move by the ruling DMK comes under scanner. And once MK Stalin confirmed his participation, the leader of opposition and AIADMK chief EPS suggested that he is going not for the welfare of Tamil Nadu, but to get some relief, especially amid the ongoing ED searches of proceedings into the alleged 1,000 crore TASMAC scam, and to safeguard his family. That's what EPS had alleged earlier. On return from the meeting, attending the meeting in Delhi, MK Stalin tacitly has now taken on EPS, saying that he did not go to Delhi secretly, saying that he is going for a party office meeting there, and then I did not meet anybody else there. Instead, I spoke at the Niti Aayog meeting for the rights of Tamil Nadu. Soon after the Pahalgam attack, Stalin says he organized a march in Chennai, asked for solidarity. And just the way the DMK will not give up the nation's interest, in the meeting too, I spoke for the state's rights, he says. This he tacitly refers to the meeting by EPS to Delhi recently. Although he did not say he was going to meet Amit Shah, he ended up meeting Amit Shah, and that paved the way for revival of ties with the BJP. It's in that context, MK Stalin has now taken on EPS and says he's now fully prepared to attend the DMK's General Council meeting in Madurai on the 1st of June to what he calls prepare for the 2026 elections and to win the state's rights. The larger picture, with 1 year away for state elections, both the key Dravidian arch-rivals are trying to take pot shots at each other.
In a fresh face-off, TVK Chief Vijay took on Chief Minister MK Stalin and reiterated his secret pact between DMK and BJP. This comes after the Tamil Nadu Chief Minister attended the Niti Aayog meeting, which was chaired by the Prime Minister Narendra Modi. Posting on X, the TVK chief asked, can MK Stalin honestly say he didn't speak about ED raids and saving his family? Time for a very short break. More news and updates on the other side. Welcome back. Akali councillor Harjinder Singh Baman was shot dead by unidentified assailants. Akali councillor Harjinder Singh was shot dead in Amritsar. The Punjab Police ADCP Harpal Singh Randhawa, he has said, while Harjinder Singh was on his way, a motorcycle carrying 3 to 4 individuals approached him and opened fire. He succumbed to his injuries on the way to the hospital. According to his brother and brother-in-law, the attackers were the same individuals who had previously opened fire at his residence and issued threats to him. The Akali Dal has hit out at the Aam Aadmi Party government in Punjab, questioning the law and order situation there.
जो इन्वेस्टिगेशन गल सामने आई है, जो इन्होंने परिवार ने सानू दस्सिया कि कुछ दिन पहला इन्हां दे घर दे उत्ते भी जिहड़ी आ किसी ने हमला कीता सी। उत्थों दे चंडियाले दे बंदे ने ਕਰਨ ਹੁਣੀ, ਇੱਕ ਕੁੱਦੂ ਆ, ਇੱਕ ਗੋਲਡੀ ਆ, ਇੱਕ ਕਿਸ਼ਨ ਆ ਅਤੇ ਇੱਕ ਹੈਗਾ ਵਾ ਰਾਜੂ। ਇਹਨਾਂ ਬੰਦਿਆਂ ਨੇ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਧਮਕੀ ਦਿੱਤੀ ਸੀ ਕਿ ਤੈਨੂੰ ਅਸੀਂ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਆ ਗੋਲੀਆਂ ਮਾਰਨੀਆਂ ਨੇ। ਉਹ ਪਰਿਵਾਰ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਇਹਦਾ ਧਿਆਨ ਰੱਖਦੇ ਜੀ। ਅੱਜ ਫੰਕਸ਼ਨ ਤੇ ਆਏ ਸੀ, ਪਹਿਲਾਂ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਬਤਾਰਾ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਦੇ ਪਰਿਵਾਰ ਤੇ ਸਿਕਿਉਰਿਟੀ ਰੱਖਦੇ ਸੀ, ਧਿਆਨ ਵੀ ਰੱਖਦੇ ਸੀ, ਲੇਕਿਨ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਨੇ ਨਾ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਇਨਫੋਰਮ ਕੀਤਾ। ਅੱਜ ਇਹ ਕੁਦਰਤੀ ਫੰਕਸ਼ਨ ਤੇ ਆਏ ਸੀ ਜਿੱਥੇ ਦੋਸ਼ੀਆਂ ਨੇ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਦੀ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਰੈਕੀ ਕਰਕੇ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਤੇ ਗੋਲੀ ਚਲਾਈ ਆ, ਜਿੰਦੇ ਅਸੀਂ ਮੁਕੱਦਮਾ ਦਰਜ ਕਰਕੇ ਇਨਵੈਸਟੀਗੇਸ਼ਨ ਬਾਈ ਨੇਮ ਦੋਸ਼ੀਆਂ ਦੇ ਖਿਲਾਫ ਮੁਕੱਦਮਾ ਦਰਜ ਕੀਤਾ ਗਿਆ ਤੇ ਦੋਸ਼ੀਆਂ ਨੂੰ ਜਲਦੀ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਸਾਡੀਆਂ ਟੀਮਾਂ ਗ੍ਰਿਫਤਾਰ ਕਰਨ ਵਾਸਤੇ ਚੱਲ ਜੀ।
ਰਜਿੰਦਰ ਸਿੰਘ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦੀ ਅੱਜ ਗੋਲੀਆਂ ਮਾਰ ਕੇ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦੀ ਹੱਤਿਆ ਕਰਤੀ ਗਈ ਹੈ। ਔਰ ਅਫਸੋਸ ਦੀ ਗੱਲ ਇਹ ਹੈ ਕਿ ਲਾਅ ਐਂਡ ਆਰਡਰ ਦੇ ਹਾਲਾਤ ਇੰਨੇ ਮਾੜੇ ਆ ਕਿ ਪੁਲਿਸ ਹਮੇਸ਼ਾ ਬਾਅਦ 'ਚ ਰਿਐਕਟ ਕਰਦੀ ਹੈ। ਅੱਜ ਤੋਂ ਕੁਝ ਦਿਨ ਪਹਿਲਾਂ ਮੈਂ CCTV ਸਾਂਝੀ ਕਰ ਰਿਹਾ, ਜਦ ਉਹਦੇ ਘਰ 'ਚ ਜਾ ਕੇ ਗੋਲੀਆਂ ਚਲਾਈਆਂ ਗਈਆਂ ਸਨ, ਉਹਨੇ ਦਰਖਾਸਤ ਵੀ ਦਿੱਤੀ, ਉਹਨੇ ਇਹ ਮੰਗ ਕੀਤੀ ਕਿ ਮੇਰੀ ਜਾਨ ਨੂੰ ਖਤਰਾ ਤੇ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਮੇਰੀ ਸੇਫਟੀ ਐਂਡ ਸਿਕਿਉਰਿਟੀ ਮੇਰੀ ਫੈਮਿਲੀ ਦੀ ਯਕੀਨੀ ਬਣਾਈ ਜਾਵੇ। ਇਜ਼ ਦਿਸ ਦ ਐਕਚੁਅਲ ਗਰਾਊਂਡ ਜ਼ੀਰੋ ਸਿਚੁਏਸ਼ਨ ਇਨ ਪੰਜਾਬ ਕਿ ਅਫਸਰਾਂ ਦੀ ਪੋਸਟਿੰਗ ਸਿਰਫ ਤੇ ਸਿਰਫ ਕਿ ਕੌਣ ਵੱਧ ਖੁਸ਼ਾਮਦੀਦ ਕਰਦਾ ਉਸ ਹਿਸਾਬ ਤੇ ਹੈ, ਮੈਰਿਟ ਤੇ ਕੋਈ ਨਹੀਂ। ਔਰ ਚੀਫ ਮਿਨਿਸਟਰ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਸੁੱਤੇ ਪਏ।
A big churn in Bihar politics, and at the center of it is Lalu's eldest son, Tej Pratap. As the state heads to polls next year, RJD chief Lalu Prasad Yadav has expelled his son, Tej Pratap Yadav, from the party. Announcing the expulsion, Lalu Prasad Yadav said that the actions of his eldest son were not in accordance with his family values and traditions. The Samajwadi Party has asked the RJD to reconsider its decision, calling it hasty and accusing the BJP of trying to break the party. Meanwhile, the BJP has said that Lalu has cheated his family the same way he did the people of Bihar. The JDU says that this is a bogus move by RJD ahead of elections.
जहाँ तक मेरे बड़े भाई का सवाल है, उनके बारे में उनकी निजी ज़िंदगी में क्या नुकसान होगा, क्या फ़ायदा होगा, वो निर्णय जो ले, इससे हमको कोई लेना देना नहीं है। और पहली बात कि भाई हमारी बात अगर जहाँ तक है तो हम नेता विरोधी दल होने के नाते बिहार की जनता की आवाज़ उठा रहे हैं और हम बिहार के प्रति, बिहार की जनता के प्रति समर्पित हैं। हमारे घर के मुखिया, पार्टी के मुखिया ने अपनी भावनाओं को स्पष्ट कर दिया है और ये जानकारी मिलते ही उन्होंने कार्रवाई की है।
मूर्ख बनाने की कोशिश लालू जी कर रहे हैं। दरअसल जितना बड़ा पाप ऐश्वर्या के साथ लालू जी के परिजनों ने किया और अभी बाजाप्ता तलाक भी नहीं हुआ है, और तेज प्रताप ने ये स्वीकार कर लिया कि 12 वर्षों से वो एक रिलेशनशिप में है। निसंदेह इस पूरे प्रकरण का भारी नुकसान चुनाव में उठाना पड़ सकता था आरजेडी को। इसीलिए ये चुनाव तक के लिए ये दिखावा और पाखंड है।
लालू और तेजस्वी का ऐसा कोई सगा नहीं जिसको उन्होंने ठगा नहीं। चाहे बिहार की जनता हो, चाहे उनका अपना परिवार हो, उन्होंने 3-4 परिवारों का जीवन बर्बाद करने का काम किया है। दूसरा बेटा को पार्टी से निष्कासित किया, घर से निष्कासित किया, और कहीं न कहीं बेटा के मन के विरुद्ध अरेंज मैरिज किया और उस लड़की का भी जीवन बर्बाद किया जिससे उन्होंने शादी कराया है, और बेटा का भी जीवन बर्बाद किया। यह बिहार के लिए ही नहीं, पूरे समाज के लिए एक दुर्भाग्यपूर्ण घटना है। इसकी घोर निंदा करना चाहिए।
India hosts the Maldivian Foreign Minister Dr. Abdullah Khalil for the 3rd visit in this particular year alone. The Maldivian Foreign Minister is on a 3-day official visit to India from the 25th to the 27th of May. His visit comes as part of continued high-level diplomatic engagement between the two nations. On the 26th, he will lead the Maldivian delegation at the second meeting of the India-Maldives High-Level Core Group, reviewing progress on the joint vision document for economic and maritime cooperation. Dr. Khalil will also hold talks with External Affairs Minister Dr. S. Jaishankar. With the Maldives being a key maritime neighbor, the visit reinforces India's neighborhood-first policy and its strategic vision Mahasagar. Russia has escalated its assault on Ukraine, launching the highest number of drones and missiles in a single night since the war began. At least 12 people, including 3 children, they were killed, and dozens more were injured in the overnight strikes, which included nearly 300 drones and almost 70 missiles. This comes just a day after Kiev endured one of the heaviest attacks of the war. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky is calling on international leaders to step up the pressure on Moscow. He warns that continued silence from the United States only encourages Putin and is urging for new sanctions against Russia. Meanwhile, Russia and Ukraine have completed the exchange of 1,000 prisoners each, in the largest swap since the war began 3 years ago. The 3-day exchange started on Friday and involved mostly prisoners of war, along with 120 civilians each. Both sides swapped 303 prisoners earlier. Time now for a very short break. More news and updates on the other side.